We saw what happened in Lagos over the weekend. The Nigerian police was deployed to the Lekki toll, and a lot of people were. Yes, there were issues, and I'll have you address some of that in a moment. And there were allegations raised. We even saw that on camera in terms of how the police handled the situation. But if there was anything that stood out for a lot of people, it was that the police that was sent there, had vehicles, and they were well kitted. You would seem to quell, assuming there was going to be a real protest. They were dressed and prepared to quell such a protest, and they've wondered, well, what will it take for Nigerian police, at least across the country, to be able to be prepared in such a manner that we saw in Lagos.
This is the kind of thing that we wanted to take place in any situation that we find ourselves. Like what you saw in Lekki, this is how it is supposed to be. They were fully equipped, they are fully well uniformed, and they are ready for the NSAS protest, for the people who are protesting in Lekki. And that's how we were able to contain the situation. There was no much force that was used.
No, there was, Honorable Minister, there was a lot of force that was used.
No, minimum force was used.
From the visuals that we saw, and from the experience of those who were, who have narrated their
people always say that the police use force. The police use force. But you see, you forget the fact that for you to ask somebody to please move this side, please be orderly, you have to use some level of force. You have to use some minimum level of force to ensure that people comply with what you are saying.
There have been allegations.
I'm not talking about shooting, I'm not talking about tear gas, I'm talking about even, you have seen some people have to, hug some people to come and go into the, this ambulance, this marina and the rest of them.
Indeed, they're showing visuals now of how the police were kitted for the, assuming there was going to be a protest on that particular day, and some people say, oh, this is how a police force should look. However, whether or not they did not go over their remit is another kettle of fish, because there have been allegations that the police went overboard, picking people who had absolutely nothing to do with protests. And in many cases, let me finish. These are the allegations that have come up. And I'm hoping that instead of just denying that it was something you look into.
What I'm saying, yes, we are looking into them, but the issue is, how would the police arrest you if you are not part of a situation? Why would they see you to arrest you?
What situation was here that was degenerating?
When you are not in Lekki, why will they arrest you? They cannot pursue people on the street to arrest them. So what was said, Lekki is not a place for protest. There are specific areas that were assigned or designated as areas for protests. We agree that protests should be conducted when the need arises, but we cannot be protesting everywhere at all times. We have to have specific locations where this protest should be conducted, and they have to be orderly, they have to be reasonable, they have to be with some minimum sense of nationality, so that we don't just allow every protest to take place for just no cause.